Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Not a Monday, folks. After 300 something episodes in 6 years, we're on a Tuesday. I'm James Lott Jr. If you're watching, hello. If you're listening, hello. We're back. We're back. It's not going to be a full show. I'm working on some shows right now to get back to normal. We took a little time off after our 6-year celebration. For me to regroup, take care of some stuff. I had all kinds of things happening, just like the real world. But we're gonna be back with new episodes and continuing the journey of my longest running show ever, of anything I've ever done. So very proud of it. I was going to take some gratitude first before I even get into what I'm going to get into. And the one thing I want to get into is that my thanks and gratitude are to everyone out there who is doing what they can to be safe and sane, it's not easy, and protected during this unprecedented time. So I'm going to talk about that. There are a lot of folks out there who are trying their best in all these fields of work, especially the organizers, who are trying to make sure everything is safe and clean and workable because we have to work. And so I appreciate every person out there who's doing what they can to ensure that other lives are not lost from COVID. I'm a very big advocate, very big supporter, very big speaker on getting vaccinated. Everybody has different opinions on it. For me, it's black or white. If I lose viewers or listeners because of it, I really don't care. I don't. It's not black or white to me. It's a very simple solution, and that's to get vaccinated. I've done my research. I'm not a sheep. I've done my research. I've done what I need to do, and that's how I feel. And I'm not here to debate that with anybody. So you have your feelings. It's great. But I think you're part of the problem. We try to be quite honest. I'm here to be safe, protect myself from others. I believe in science, and I just want to work. I want to work. I don't want to be sick. I don't want anybody else sick. I don't want my parents sick. I want my clients sick. We have work to do. There are a lot of unorganized people out there. A lot of people are living in clutter. A lot of people are living in despair, and they need their help. They need help. One second. Something down here real quick. Okay. Well, like I have a cord that was kicking down there. So if you're watching, that's what I was like. There's a cord down there. It's getting my nerves. But anyway, so that's my little take on that. But my thanks and gratitude for everybody who's out there doing what they can to help us get our lives back on track. Because again, this leads into we're living in unprecedented times. We're in a time period like no other in not my 52 years of life. And people who are older than me have said the same thing. And it's been very challenging, to say the least, to try to stay an entrepreneur, number one, and to generate business, keep business, have business, do business. It's especially here in Los Angeles. For you out there, if you're an organizer or a business owner, I don't know how it's been for you, but in LA, we've been in the epicenter of a lot of stuff. Last year, COVID was huge here, and that's not a good thing. Now the Delta variant is getting big here. It's this big, scary thing that's been happening out there. And I got tested and I've been negative this whole time because I work in Hollywood also, which is another thing. I work in Hollywood and I work in for myself, and both sides are trying to figure out how to work this out. There's some controversy there too, for this being on set, what kind of protocols, what kind of mask you wear, what kind of mask you don't wear, do you get tested, rush calls. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in the entertainment industry too, and controversy and people getting upset. So it's becoming this really strange playground of trying to just, again, live your life, make some money, change people's lives. That's all I want to do. And I know a lot of you out there too, that's all you want to do too. Or those of you who are listening to me or watching because you are not an organizer, you want your places in order. You want help. You want people to come in and help you get systems in place to make your life run smoother. And my heart just goes out to everybody because it's just such a, many of us were doing very well before the pandemic hit, and some of us were just getting started out. And momentum was lost, or things were, especially in LA, everything stopped. And it's scary. It's a health issue. It's a health concern. It's a health issue. It's very scary. No matter what side you fall on, it's just scary. It's a scary, scary thing. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to get it. I don't want to be the person who gave it to somebody. All different circles around that are very tough. And I like organizing. I like to work. I have a lot of clients right now because of just the time period. People are ready to get organized, but we take our precautions. We're very careful. I personally, and again, this is my own personal choice. I will not work with somebody who's not vaccinated that I know of. I need to be vaccinated. Um, some people ask me, well, if I get a COVID test before, possibly, but then I'll wear a mask the whole time. So, but chances are I like to work with people who are vaccinated. That's how I am. And whatever that means to you out there, it means to you out there. But for me, I have a personal choice for my health and my safety. I have a compromised immune system. So I'm like, that's what it is. And there are folks who might try to equate it with other things, calling it segregation and stuff. I'm Black, it's not the same thing. Sorry. It's just not the same thing. I have many other things and many different adjectives, and to me, it's not the same thing. People try to equate it with that. It just doesn't work for me. I know what real discrimination is. I know what real segregation is. I was in desegregation in schools in the 70s, bust out to the valley, and we saw it didn't work, man, and I'm stopping it. So there are things that I know that I'm just like, this, to me, this is all boils down to a health issue. But I, again, want everyone to succeed, no matter what side you fall. I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be able just to organize and get organized. I love this business, and I think we do so much amazing work. That's a bad sentence. We do a lot of amazing work. There we go, that's a sentence. We do a lot of amazing work. We are here to help. You know, there are people who really appreciate. I have clients who, when we transform one of their spaces, you could just tell, without even saying anything, how much I'm out there, how my English together, how much better they feel. They feel so, you can just tell their demeanor's different, their eyes are softer, their shoulders are down, there's not so much tension, and they just start smiling. And that's just the best thing on earth. I mean, if you want, anybody trying to become a professional organizer with some instant gratification, there is some fun stuff that happens when you're with the organizers, when you are seeing them, when they start to see the progress. There are folks too come, I don't see the progress, and you have to pump them up and say, no, every little bit's a bit. You know, every step's a step. You know, I always say small steps lead to large rewards. You can get my book too on Amazon. But I just feel like this is what we do. You know, there's a lot of people who need our help. There are more folks who need our help. We don't even know where we are. I pass along business to some people who are in a different area than I'm in. There's plenty of work to go around. I want to continue working as much as I can, as long as I can, safely. That's kind of my thing. But we're just in these strange times. I'm trying my best to be compassionate in terms of my clients who may have to cancel at the last minute, or things that go down because they're trying to make money. I have clients who didn't work last year, and or did very little work, and now they're getting back to, things are opening back up. They're getting back to work. Sometimes it may be a last minute cancellation because they got to go do this. And I totally understand. I'm trying to be more compassionate about that because it's such a weird thing for me too. Working in entertainment, I've gotten rush calls, they call them, where it's like, can you come tomorrow and do a show? Or can you come later today? And now with COVID, can you get a COVID test? And can you do this? It's a lot of work. And I just try to be sensitive to people's emotions, mental health, big deal. There are folks who they wake up and they're like, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not mentally ready to do this today. And they've told me that. And I told me, I don't scream and holler and say, well, you told me to come, I spent that money today. No, I let them feel those emotions. Again, this last year and a half has been so strange. I don't want to read one day something bad happening to them. So I try to be as supportive as I can with that too. It's just all of you the same thing. I have loosened some of my rules just because I'm just like, I'm not going to enforce it because it's just not worth it. But that's all I want to come back on. We have new episodes coming. Like I said, I know some of my stances may turn some people off, and that's fine. I totally get it. And you can have your rights to be turned off by me. But I still stand by my statements. Because for me, it's not really about me. It's about all of us. As many of you who follow me for a long time, I talk about the village lifts each other up, the community mentality. We're here for each other. Love thy neighbor. I'm here for all of us. I want us all to succeed and be safe and live as healthy lives as we can. That's my motivation. That's where I'm coming from my heart. I'm gonna make sure I say that. The Super Organizer Show is on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter at the at the SOS_show. Books on Amazon. Go ahead to James Lott Jr. on Amazon. Everybody, please have an organized week. Do what you can, what little bits you can to kind of go through and get rid of stuff. I know some of you getting ready back to kids going back to school. Good luck with that also, and we'll talk to you next time.